on the line, advancing the payment. You front the game and shoot what said as you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talker, no wriggling, moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That flash making a portrait. Gun kick back, knock grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's a man with king? No response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game and shoot what said as you claim it.
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from. I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from. I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
Peace and blessings and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. And on this powerful Thursday, we're back in the building. Sony had a state of play, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, and we got a chance to see exactly all the stuff that they were bringing to the forefront, highlighting for us on the Xbox side, but also showcasing what they got for the year or beyond. Now, if you saw me on Iron Lord's podcast for that hour and some change that Sony shielded their wares to us, we got a chance to see what they were planning. Now, if it's your first time finding this channel, welcome. If you love Xbox, then you love the King. Me. I drop videos all the time, but I go live daily at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The only reason why I'm a little bit late today is because I was watching a state of play. Now, if you don't know, I do run with a team. My team is Iron Lord's Podcast, and if you was over at Iron Lord's Podcast, you got a chance to see your boy over there with the live raw reactions to the show. Now, a lot of people know I'm not really messing with that James Bond. And I had that dox the show for keep bringing back James Bond. It's like bringing back the corpse of the dead. Stop showing him already. Right? It's like, ta-da! Here he is. The stinking corpse. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I do like the music. And some of the aspects of the game do look kind of good. But John Wick showed up, and John Wick showed me what I'm missing in a big budget, shoot 'em up type of game. Close fighting. Close combat. Dialogue. Looks kind of good. I like how it is. To me, James Bond looks more like Hitman, kind of reskinned. So, I'm going to give a shout out to the team that's out there. Lycos was good. McLeod, what's going on? Legendary Intel, my guy. People are moving and shaking. If I didn't say your name, it's okay. It's okay. We're here together today. Now, the way that I cut up videos and I put it on the streaming channel that goes over there, and people get a chance to watch and stuff and see some stuff. You're gonna see everything is gonna grow, evolve, and change. I can't allow complacency to take over what I want. I want it all. I don't want a little bit of it. I want it all. Now, a lot of you guys out there, I got to tell you, pause, because you're a lot of freak babies. You're a lot of freak babies. Konami showed out. Konami showed out. What up, Eternal? What's good, baby? Konami had the largest presence here. Now, I didn't know that they was going to start off with Kenna, and Kenna looks kind of good. I kind of like Kenna. I'm not going to lie to you. I like the game. Always wanted to see more of it. It was some shortcomings with the first Kenna. Hopefully, they can overcome that. It looked like Beast of Reincarnation, the kid version, right? Had the dog, did the stuff, kind of looked the same. We see now that these companies are aligned with their vision, right? Kinda. I like a lot of them. There was a lot of standout games there, and I want to know, like, what did you guys kind of rate it? Me personally, I rated the show an 8. Not just simply for the fact that if you're a PlayStation gamer, that 8 kind of means something to you, but if you're a gamer in general, if you saw me on Twitter, you noticed that I posted Xbox, Nintendo, PlayStation, One Nation under games. Because as games evolve and games continue to get better, we all benefit, we all win. If you looked in those pictures, you saw me, Mr. Badbit, me, Jay Barry, and a lot of my Xbox family at these conventions, talking video games, breaking bread, actually doing interviews and collaborating with each other. That's what it's all about. It's about each one teach one. Is about us being a family. So as a family, we all watched in unison and saw the games today. We saw the games to get excited for. I was reminiscing about my childhood, watching the Metal Gear stuff. I was there when that stuff dropped. And they remixing it and they reimagining it in it. Like all those emotions from as ugly as it looked. Yo, that they all come flooding back. Gaming is a thing that unites all of us because we all have an inflection point of when we started, when we got in there. Like what was the game that got you? I saw Rayman and I remember the stupid things that I would do. I would buy a game over and over again on multiple platforms just to see. I was Digital Foundry before Digital Foundry was Digital Foundry, bro. Honestly. Just to see what was different, what frames was missing. Do stupid things like that because games intrigued me so much. But today we saw games. Now, I want to talk about a couple of games that, we did see. And then I do want to get into some Xbox stuff. But one of the games that I, if you didn't see it, because I talked about it over 2 months ago. If y'all don't remember, I was bringing y'all the information about the John Wick game. To see actual gameplay of it and the cinematic of the John Wick game, that was dope for me. So, we got a chance to see John Wick shoot, kicks, punches, and strangles his way onto the PlayStation 5 and Xbox with a brand new title, AAA title. This is coming from Saber Interactive. The untitled John Wick game, because they don't know what the actual title is of the game. It hasn't been named yet, but it is in development and it does have a progression to it. They don't have a release window. It's probably 2027 to be real with you. I don't think it's coming out this year. But that John Wick looked pretty good. So let's pop that up real quick.
A man with your skill set must be able to move unconstrained, unrestricted.
Why is it frozen? Hold on. I don't know why the gameplay is frozen, bro. I don't know why the gameplay is frozen. Something's going on here.
With your skill set.
I don't know why the gameplay is frozen. It's running here. That's because of the stupid whatchamacallit is running down here at the bottom. You see that, right? You can see that stupid ass 007 is running. I don't know. I can't call it. I definitely wanted to see it and go over it, but I'm gonna have to download that and get into that. But anyway, and it could be the PlayStation Universe site that actually sucks. Could be that. Could be anything. But again, I thought John Wick was one of the highlights, one of the brightest spots that was shown there. Me personally, I'm a huge John Wick fan. I've seen every last movie, and I honestly think that John Wick. I saw Ballerina. I saw all of that stuff. I thought John Wick it gave me that visual pump. What you don't get for me for James Bond. Now, I love the James Bond music. Din, 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 din. I love that stuff. That's cool to me. Right? But character for character, modern times. I mean, I love Daniel Craig though. See, but James Bond tells a different story compared to John Wick. John Wick is nonstop action. James Bond is action, story, intrigue, espionage, that stuff. So, apples and oranges, but my takeaway from it is I really like the John Wick game. And again, I'm into that. A game that I absolutely went nuts over. Yeah, that chicken game is the game of the show. Cockfighting the game is the game of the show. The walk, the animations, the crowd, the enemies, the character, everything about the game screams top notch. That's a day one purchase for me. Castlevania Belmont's Curse launches this year. This game looked insane. Now let's see if I got any issues with this one. Yep, something's going on with
in the name of His Most
my
Royal
Kodak.
Majesty,
No, put it on AP60.
by the grace of God, the King of France.
Nope. Something's going on with my Kodaks on my playback on YouTube. I gotta find out what's going on with my Kodaks on YouTube. Yo, what's good? Chicken. The chicken game is the best game. I don't care what nobody say. They can say anything that they want to say. That was the best game that was there. But this Castlevania game looked incredible. For me, I'm a huge Castlevania fan. I've been a Castlevania fan forever. A Symphony of the Night, definitely a dope one. But again, this one showed different, and I do like the Netflix series. I do love the Netflix series of the anime. I think it's top notch, right? And I think it's top notch anime. I think it's an incredible storyline. This showed characteristics of that anime based upon the animation of the game. The game looked good. We know it's going to be a Metroidvania that you go back and forth, like you get some stuff, but some of the animations look great. The highlights, you can see different aspects of this showing out, looking fantastic. Look at that. Look at the gameplay on it. It looks insane. That looks really, really good. This looks good, man. I'm a huge fan of this stuff. It's like, if you take care with your animation, you take care with your game, I'm a huge fan. What's going on, Enemy Within? I see Bone there. I see everybody there. Look at that. Did you see the transition when she slid on? Oh, look at the big chicken. Pause. Did you see that? Look when she slides in from one side to the other. And it's like, it fades from black and white to color. That looks incredible to me, man. This stuff this is incredible stuff. Look at it. Look at the backgrounds. Look at the scale out. That looks great. Look. This reminds me of Shinobi. If you got a chance to play Shinobi and the sense of scale in a 2D game, insane stuff, man. I'm a true fan of Castlevania. This is one of the highlights of the show for me. I'm giving y'all highlights that I had. John Wick, a highlight. Belmont's Curse, a highlight. These games are games that some people are going to get their first console this year for their birthday, under the Christmas tree, as an anniversary gift, as just because they worked hard and they got their money and decided to get a console, or they got it on PC or whatever the hell. You decided to game this year, and one of these games is going to be a game that is going to give you that same feeling that I got when I first started gaming. And what a time to be alive, looking at all these wonderful games. Was the state of play any good? Is a resounding yes. Now, a lot of games I know you guys didn't care for, like I care for. Like, I know y'all probably didn't care for Marathon. But Marathon rocks, though. Like, all I ever asked, and this is not like, listen, High Guard was absolute trash. I told people that from the beginning. I told people I think it was a money grab. I don't know what that thing was. I didn't know. I think Bitcoin changed hands. I don't know what it was. It was a pump and dump, in my opinion, right? I could be absolutely wrong, but it was a pump and dump, in my opinion. Now I get a chance to see how I was right and a lot of people was wrong. You have people telling me, nah, King, it'll get better over time. Concord 2.0. I told you, dudes, it was going to be Concord. Dudes was telling me no. I'm telling you, absolutely yes. It was Concord, and it was. I don't like to see games fail. Marathon took all my issues that I had with it. All of them. Fixed them. I never felt that gameplay was going to be an issue with Bungie. Bungie understands gameplay. Bungie understands mechanics. I was having problems graphically. I was having problems speed. I was having problems with tone. They fixed it. $40. That's how you do it. Multiple playthroughs coming through. Come check it out. Come see. Come tell us if it's bad. Come see. Let us see. We didn't get a chance to play High Guard. We didn't get a chance to see a lot of these games beforehand. With Concord, we got a chance to see it. We got a chance to touch it. And we got a chance to tell them what was wrong. And they fixed nothing. So I got to respect Marathon for doing that. I also got to respect that the new God of War remake of the original trilogy is going to be done, and it's going to be done by the original voice of Kratos. I love that. I can't stand Ragnarok. I thought 2018 was decent. I thought Ragnarok was trash. And to go back, because I don't believe nothing touches the original David Jaffe trilogy. Nothing. And to go back to that, to make that cinematic masterpiece into what it should be, it's going to be incredible. Now, for all my Xbox people, if you've been waiting for Death Stranding, the wait is up next month. You get a chance to jump into Death Stranding now. I know you're going to say, how is that, King? Well, it's launching on PC. Now, I know a majority of you guys have an Xbox Rock Ally X, and you game on your PC. There you go. Now, when that new console comes out, anything that pops off over there, it's you. But on my Xbox Rock Ally X, Death Stranding 2 will show up for who? Me and you. So if you didn't want to play it on that platform for whatever reason, next month, Nixus, that's my heart, the best Sony acquisition ever, the transference the department, they are bringing that game over. Now, talking about it, you got to see it, right? Death Stranding 2 on the beach watches up on PC in March, less than a year since it's arrived on PlayStation. Now, remember how it was like, it would be like a year or two that you would get these games? That line is getting shorter and shorter. Announced today and this evening, the PlayStation's State of Play, Death Stranding sequel will arrive on PC next month on March 19th. For those keeping track, that is less than a year since Death Stranding 2 made its bombastic debut last June on the PlayStation 5. The new PC update was announced along with a new trailer, which captured you on PC, and it had widescreen mode. It had all these extra bells and whistles that weren't in the original that launched on the PlayStation. So it's bringing it up to snuff for a more powerful platform that's a little bit more diverse and has a little bit more robust utilage, what we're used to over here. And we get a chance to take that from that and use it. So again, that time is getting shorter and shorter. Paying for exclusive titles for 6 months, exclusivity for a year, I guess is becoming more and more costly, and it's not working out in the manner that Sony thinks it is. So again, kudos to them for just doing the 6 months, not wasting a year. I have a lot of games that I got to get into and I'm playing. So shout out to you guys playing High on Life 2. If you got a chance to play it, let me know if you're playing High on Life 2. It dropped inside Game Pass. Let me know if you're boogieing on that, because High on Life 1 was fantastic. I got to get back to High on Life 2. Return to Savage Planet, Revenge of Savage Planet was just as good as Return to Savage Planet. This is a whole new beast. And those are 2 Game Pass alumni that I actually enjoy the most out of. Just as I'm walking you through the door, telling you some more, High on Life 2 comparison shows the difference between the Series X and S. Now, I want to tell you a couple of things. A lot of people like to complain about the Series S. I have a couple of Series S's around my house, and they're a versatile little machine that you're able to take from room to room. It's a wonderful little device that you could pop a screen on it. You could play with it. You could do whatever. Right? You can't pop a screen on your Series X. You can't carry that thing around. That thing is a lug-a-my-dug. But also with that, you can't expect to have the same graphics as the big boy system. Don't ever do that to yourself. You don't ever go out there and get a graphic card that's a 5090, and I mean, you want 5090 gameplay, and you get a 4070, and you think that's going to happen, even if those are numbers. I'm not really a PC dude like that. But you know what I'm talking about. You don't pay less and expect more. That's just not how it goes, especially when the more is out there and it's available. If you want to get the more, you get the more. But we waited for High on Life 2. And this is the stuff that I'm talking about when it comes to Game Pass. Day and date, those drops matter. Now, I felt the way when they took that Kratos game, the Children of Sparta or whatever the hell it's called, and they shadow dropped it. Now, the game did look like a $10, $20 game, but they dropped it. They shadow dropped it for $30. That within itself is wrong. The next part about that I felt was bad was that thing should have dropped inside their service. You hear them touting Spider-Man 2 going to PlayStation Plus. Come on, man. That thing has been out for years. That thing should have been inside PlayStation Plus a long time ago. It should never leave once it gets inside PlayStation Plus. I just feel that they do it on purpose because they're in the position that they're in. And I don't feel that they treat their customer with the reverence that Game Pass treats us. Anybody has Game Pass Ultimate right now that you're just going to go jump inside Game Pass Ultimate and you're going to have a damn ball inside a lot of the games that are there that are day one that is dropping inside Game Pass Ultimate. So, I feel you pay that price. Yeah, you pay $10 more than you do on a PlayStation Plus, but you get that value within it. Now, this is something that I wanted to talk about because remember last year when I told y'all that Xbox was at GDC and they had all these developers lining up for Play Anywhere. They did that. Play Anywhere was a huge thing. You had Sarah Bond, you had Jason Ron, you had all these people that were there at the gamers, the gamers developer conference, the GDC, and they were making sure that they sign up, and I saw they signed up over 200 developers for Play Anywhere. Well, this year, the future of Xbox starts now. Microsoft invites devs to build for what's next at GDC 2026. Now, This is what I'm talking about when these people tell you that Xbox is dead. Xbox is building for the future, signing up developers for the next console, giving them the roadmap and what's the tools for what's coming up. See, when you have velocity architecture, when you have stuff like quick resume and the Xbox full screen experience and how does Play Anywhere actually work and what devices that you do have that's going to utilize all of this tech, giving that roadmap to developers so they can see the vision how you see it as the parent company, and I'm talking about Microsoft and then Xbox the brand. That lets them know where you're strong at. Streaming from your library, letting them know that this is going to be the premier place for you to purchase your game, because your game is going to be able to be played in many different areas, opposed to purchasing a game on a platform that has a closed walled garden. A walled garden is like the PlayStation ecosystem. It really doesn't extend outside of the PlayStation. You know, they were forced to do cross-play, cross-progression, cross-saves. They were forced to do that when Fortnite made them bend the knee. But Xbox and Microsoft has been like championing that level of cohesiveness all over. And you would think if you have Destiny, if you have Marathon, you will want that level of cohesiveness from title to title every time you launch on other platforms. That only makes sense. You want your titles to be played by everybody. Well, you probably heard that the GDC is going to have Xbox as its lead presence. Like last year, they had 7 days of Xbox, and it had 7 different like events that were getting developers in the know. Like if a lot of you guys don't know, if it's your first time developing for the Xbox platform, if your studio is a certain size, you get free development kits, and those development kits allow you to make those games, and they give you free help. So if you're a young developer right now and you're trying to get into the business, first one, I will definitely tell you to go to the GDC. Absolutely make your way there. I don't care how you got to do it. Scrounge up your bucks, get in there, get a pass, get inside, and hawk your wares. Get in there, talk to these big companies. Everybody's there. But Microsoft and Xbox is having a larger presence than they had last year because they have new hardware that's about to release, and they're signing up all these developers. Now, in an article over at the official Microsoft website, it mentioned that Xbox is inviting developers to build for what's next, followed by the eye-catching tagline, "The future of Xbox starts now." At the GDC, we'll share how we're giving developers the freedom to create and play on any device with anyone, anywhere. We want to make it easier for developers to build and ship their games, provide more ways to reach players, offer more freedom to bring their bold creative plans and ideas to life. Our goal is to empower creators of every size by providing cutting-edge tools, services, and opportunities that accelerate innovation, reduce barriers, and help developers bring their games to players everywhere. For us, GDC 2026 is much about showcasing the Xbox developer experience as it is about fostering collaboration with partners and driving our gaming future together. We couldn't be more excited to meet up with our friends and colleagues in the industry at GDC 2026 and explore many incredible new opportunities that await. The most interesting thing that they said here is the Xbox Developer Summit will be hosted as part of GDC 2026, featuring 6 sessions that are specifically designed to help prepare attendees to build for what's next. That's what I was talking about last year. When they did that last year, that was a resounding success. Now, remember, last year, they were sitting on the panel with MSI, and it was sitting on a panel with Steam and ROG, Asus. When they were sitting on that panel, I was talking to a couple of people that were there. I can't tell you who because that will compromise a couple of things. But I was talking to a couple of people that were there because I wasn't able to attend GDC because remember, we were gearing up to go to Japan. Now, this year we're gearing up to go to Germany. Iron Lords Podcast will be in Germany. Xbox Frontline News will be in Germany this year at Gamescom. Last year we was at Tokyo Game Show. I might go back to Tokyo this year, take the wife and the kid because they got to see it. But this year, we still can't make it to the GDC. Now, we might make it there based upon our affiliation with Insider Gaming and the Insider Gaming app with Lords After Dark. We might make it there based upon that. As you can see, Cog is right now at DICE. He's going to the DICE Awards tonight. So shout out to Cog. Have some fun over at the DICE Awards. He's in Vegas. He's doing a lot of moving and shaking over there. Shout out to Insider Gaming. Shout out to Tom. If you haven't got a chance to see any of that stuff, I suggest you go over to the app, check it. Somebody told me, yo, King, it's behind a paywall. What I would say, if you've ever seen me Unchained, and I'm talking about if you ever seen me on whose show? On Point. If you ever see me on Point, you ever see me on Boom, it's an amalgamation of that. Actually, you get a chance to see me in real form having these conversations on topics that are very controversial. So I suggest you really check it out. Even if you just pay for it for 1 month and see it. If you don't like it, then leave it. But I think you would really like it. And for my members, I have something that I'm working with that I'm going to drop very soon. You guys are going to get a hold of that. I do appreciate you guys. Now tomorrow, because today is Thursday, tomorrow we will be doing Fight Night Friday. I'm going to go live here at 6 p.m. and then we're just going to roll at 6:30 into Fight Night Friday. And we're going to finish up at 8 o'clock like we normally do. So, Jason Ronald, Xbox VP of Next Gen, will be hosting a keynote, which is said, and this is the title, Building for the Future with Xbox. But again, the description means that it's about building more flexible, connected future rather than anything specific regarding the next gen console itself. You will not get any information on the next gen console other than if you go to the AMD section over there and you actually look at what AMD is talking about when it comes to the silicon, the system on chip. When it comes to Xbox, that stuff is going to be dropped down. Remember, I'm 98% right all the time. I believe that they're going to have these systems on chips. I believe that they're going to sell those systems on chips to their partners, their OEM partners. I personally don't believe that they're going to manufacture consoles. I believe that they're going to sell those system on chips to their partners, and they're going to work with them on a pricing tier. Like you have something like Lenovo with the lower end model, kind of like the S, and then you have somebody like Asus with the higher model, or MSI with the higher models, and HP with the higher models that will ship those consoles out. Those will be form-factored consoles, but also they would accompany with the Xbox controller, kind of like when you saw the VR, the MetaQuest 3 the MetaQuest S VR that came with that custom controller. Well, yeah, it's a custom controller for Xbox, kind of like that, in my opinion. When we get more information, and if I'm able to talk about something, if I talk to somebody, I'm able to let you guys know that. But PlayStation today kind of cooked. They kind of did their thing. A lot of those games are third-party games, of course. Like the Silent Hill Hood game, love it. The Chicken game, love it. But they're games that are theirs. Tokum, the Fighting Souls game, I didn't know what was going on with it. I mean, your Fight Night Friday is tomorrow, so I know you guys can't wait for that. But I saw the X-Men and I saw the combos and the people jumping in. I want to know what they mean by build your X-Men team. What does it? I'm super intrigued. To see the Shinar there with Gladiator dead in the beginning, or seems something looks like he's defeated. Whoever beat Gladiator, which is kind of like the equivalent of Superman inside the Marvel universe, or was like Superman before Hyperion and Sentry came into the fold, and for a better version of Superman, you can look at Blue Marvel. I want to know what's up. Right? So I want to know the new characters that's going to be there. So seeing Wolverine show up, I'm definitely hyped. I was kind of disappointed in the show that it didn't show Wolverine. Yeah, the third party was the highlights. Carolina Gamer. But we kind of knew that. We knew that they were having a bunch of titles. We knew that, right? We can't act like they are more than what we know them to be. A lot of the games is third party. A lot of the games is coming on multi-platforms. A lot of the games will be seen by everybody else and played by everybody else in other areas. But they got to carry a show, and they do have partnerships with a lot of these developers. And again, they did show a couple of exclusive titles for that platform. For how long they remain exclusive, I don't know. I'm not a fortune teller when it comes to how long they're going to last with that. But somebody put in a comment the other day and said, I don't want the PlayStation brand because I say hashtag no PlayStation 6. And I'm like, I guess you don't understand what I'm talking about. I just don't think consoles is going to be a thing in 2030. Like, well, he doesn't know that, I've live a very long time. I'm 53, so I've been playing video games since I was 7, 8 years old. And I got a chance to play everything during that whole period of time. I knew when consoles was a factor and what it was, and I'm seeing what it's turning into, and I'm just like, damn, they're kind of pushing us out. They're kind of marginalizing us, and I don't think that it will be viable in that period of time, or not in the same way. The same way that no one could have predicted that Microsoft and Xbox will be as versatile as they are now. No one could have predicted that PlayStation will be branching off into making PC monitors and PC speakers and placing their games on the PC and moving towards the PC space. We couldn't predict those things. The industry predicts those things for us, and we're just here for the ride. I just see a less emphasis on consoles. Now, I do got to say shout out to Atari for doing some stuff, and they're sending some stuff to the boy about the new console that they do have. And it's a handheld, but it's a dockable. And it has a trackball, and it has a spin dial. It has so much tech into it, and it's so throwbacky that, if that's a word, that it warms my heart, right, as a gamer. So I don't want our consoles to turn into retro consoles with an app to play current gen stuff. I don't want that. I actually want physical hardware. So hopefully we have physical hardware. Hopefully we're not marginalized. But with this show was good. Now remember, I told you in the beginning of the year, Xbox was going to go first, Nintendo was going to go second, and then PlayStation was going to go third. I told you the dates that they were going to go. I told you Nintendo was going to go around the 5th. They went on the 5th. I told you PlayStation was going to go on the 12th. They went on the 12th. Well, I said the 12th to the 16th because it was in between that time. They was trying to figure it out. And they went on the 12th. And that's the reason why y'all got a chance to see Konami doing their thing right after. And I know y'all like, what's that about? Because somebody hit me in the DMs and was like, is it a nothing Burger King, or is it more like of a FU to Sony? It was a nothing burger. They had more to show when it came to the Silent Hood game with the black people. Yes, sir. We outside. Black people for Black History Month is inside Silent Hill. Let's do it. I'm here for it. Listen, man, this is equal opportunity horror. We ain't going to exclude black people, even though the game shouldn't last that long. It should be the shortest Silent Hill in the history of Silent Hills. The black guy said, "Oh shit, hell no, I'm out of here. I'm not doing this." But I honestly felt that this was a very decent showing. Again, we got what we wanted. We saw a lot of the games. We saw a lot of the titles. We got a lot of dates, and that's all we can hope for. Now, Nintendo should be going again with another direct before this month is over. If it happens, and I heard it was like around the 27th to the 28th or something like the 29th, something in between there. It's going to be something short. I don't know what it is. And then Microsoft is going again in March. March, you would have another Xbox Direct with more games. They have way more games to show this year than any other year that they have. I have way more titles, way more third-party partnerships. I think you'll get all that information very, very soon. But this is Xbox Frontline News. I just wanted to go live. I just wanted to talk about all the stuff with the show. I hope you guys enjoyed that stuff. It was dope. I do got to get back to playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. I don't know how many of you guys are playing that. Are you having fun with it? I know I got to get ready to play the Requiem, which drops on the 27th. So I got to finish Village. I'm going to be playing Village this weekend. It's a lot of fighting games that are coming, that the Dead or Alive stuff. The new Dead or Alive stuff intrigued me more because they had more bounce to the ounce. The other Dead or Alive stuff kind of look cool. See what that's about. But fighting games is our love. Fighting games is what we do. You'll be able to jump in tomorrow. You can jump into Discord. We'll be talking. We'll be playing. We'll be gaming. I'm going to talk some news tomorrow. I got some Xbox stuff that I want to talk about tomorrow. I'm waiting for more confirmation on the information that I do have so I can bring that to you tomorrow and we can talk more so about it. But listen, this is Xbox Frontline News with your boy, The King. I want to thank each and every last one of you for showing up. If you like the show, please share it out. Let everybody know. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I go live every day. I'm not dropping videos at 8:30 no more. I'm going live interacting with you guys. You gave it a 6 out of 10, King. That's cool. I mean, listen, to each it own. It was a lot of games there that either hit the nostalgia button or mattered to me. And I'm not going to lie. The majority of those games there are going to be on Xbox. So we watch, they watch, we watch together. Listen, they have Beast of Reincarnation, an Xbox Game Pass game there, acting like it's lit. And I got to say, good for you, man. Good for you showing an Xbox Game Pass game that we get a chance to get day and date. Great on you. But as Xbox gamers, we game differently, we see shows differently, and we interact differently. We keep our wallet at home unless it's necessary. But I want you to do what I try to do, what I'm going to do, what I tell you dudes to do all the time. I want you to go with game is game and win is win. And I want you to, hold on, I got 2 chains on today. Try to play the Game Pass, but look at Bella. Every time I say it, she be waiting. Right, Mama? Come. Say hi. Say hi, Bella. Say hi, Bella. she be waiting. She can't wait. But what I want y'all to do is I want y'all to listen to the baddest intro in the land, because ain't nobody got it better than your man, King.
What's a man to a king? What's it a saying? Advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game, but what said as you claim it. It's that Xbox. Spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talking, no wriggling. Moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much make it a portrait. Gun kick back, not granny.
told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Said what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh?